Welcome back. Then let's continue with our dashboard once again. Again, we are almost at the final stage. We are in the final stage. The thing we are doing now is just ensuring our dashboard look nice. So let's move to our dashboard, then continue from where we stop. So now this is where we stop. We need to make the adjustment. So let's also check our picture. What do we need to change? Okay, let's start with this. Selected year 2022 versus other year. So let's create that header. So you can easily just make use of this. Let's bring this here. Copy. How did I do that? Just drag, then right click without before holding. So it's going to copy it again. Let's work closely with let's ensure we are working closely with with our picture right now. So again, let's bring this down a little bit so it can align. But if we are not sure maybe the alignment is accurate, just hold your shift key, click the second one, then come to under shape format, locate where we have align, then click on align top. So you can see now we are sure it is aligning accurately. So let's expand a little bit. So what do we want to show there? Take note, whatever we want to show here, since is carrying here, has to be what? Dynamically linked. Let's take note of that. It has to be dynamically linked because it's carrying here. So what we need to do here is also very simple. Let's go back to our Excel worksheet. So in our Excel worksheet, we need to create the capture. So come back to the analysis region. Let me use my notepad right here. Selected here, I'm coming. Selected here, blah 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 versus other year. So again, what we want to show is selected year, whatever the year is, and other years. In terms of, let's take note, this is talking about revenue. So let's make it selected year revenue versus other year. Okay, so it will be selected year 20 blah 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 and other year revenue. That was not detailed enough. So this is what we want to show. So let's quickly use our capture here. Take note again, we'll be making use of the and symbol. So we want the selected year, close the double quotes, and to join the next thing, what we want is what? Equals whatever our selected year is right here. Good. Then and to join the next phase. So once we use the and, let's read what we need to input. Again, we need to input order space order years. Then we have the revenue. So let's see if it is working before we add our brackets. So it's asking something is not right somewhere. So let's click OK. Then Excel will surely fix that for us. So we have selected here C4. Good. Okay. So what was not right was because we added another equals to right here. So again, what we need to add there is very simple. We need to add a double quote. So let's say we have double quote C, close brackets, open brackets. Then again, we should have another double quotes, then close brackets, close the double quotes, then we press enter. Okay, something is not right. So all we need to do is just, let me just cut this. Good. Paste it here. Good. Then also cut this. Then let me delete the double quote we have here. So what this is saying is that, okay, selected year, open bracket, we close that double quote, then join it with whatever the year is, then and the last phase, which is close brackets and whatever we have here. So if we press enter, we can see we are having this. So again, we don't want a space in between those years. So let's close that, then press enter. Now we have whatever we want to show. So now let's just come here, click this, then also change our dynamic link. So let's change that back to this, then press OK. So now we have the value. Now we have the value. So let's change this bold. Then we have text should be in white. Then let's check the font size here. We have what font size? (22). So also let's change the font size here to 20. This is a little bit lengthy, so let's make use of 16. Good. 16 is perfect, or 18. You can easily make use of 16 or 18. So let me not make everything too loudly. So let me remove the bold. Is this similar to what we have here? Good. So this is 2021 because we are selecting 2021. So if we go back here and change the 2021 to 2022, our values also should change. Our value also should change. So the next thing we need to do here is very essential. So we need to format what we have here. This donut chart is not too insightful enough. So the first thing we need to do is the next thing we need to do here is bring this down. After bringing that down, we are starting with the revenue, not the channel, the sales channel that was used. So let's take note of something. We have the blue side to be what? To be the actual year, while we have the orange side to be the other years. So let's click, then right click and click on format data series. Ensure you are clicking on the donut region. So once you click on the donut region, expand or reduce this symbol, then it expand the donut chart to make it more readable. Good. So once you've done that, change the other region right here, change that to a lighter shade of gray color. A lighter shade of, ensure you are clicking once again, you are clicking that region, then change that to the lighter shade of gray color. Then come back here, then change that to our preset color, which is the recent color. Good. So once we've done that, we can delete this. We don't need it for now. So once again, let's reduce this a little bit. Good. So once we reduce that, let's also reduce a little bit. Good. Now the next thing we need to bring is our percentage. Since we are not using, assuming we are using the data label, we might not need to bring that in bold, but we don't want to use the data label since we've calculated it manually already. So one thing again we need to do is just duplicate one of our text box, then bring the text box down. Let me reduce this a little bit, then come right to our formula bar, delete what we have there, delete that, then press equals to. Now go back to your analysis region where we've analyzed the percentage for revenue for each year. So this is the percentage we need to change. 21, right? Then let's change the font size. We need to change the font size. So I like everything. Then come to font size, let's make that 44. Then let's make use of Arial black, so it can be more readable and bold as what we have in the picture. So let's look for Arial black. Now we have Arial black. Good. So bring this down a little bit, expand. So you can just try to make this adjustment at your own end also. It depends on your visibility. So try to make that adjustment from your end, then change the color also to a firm color. Good. If the 44 is too much, you can kindly just reduce. Let's reduce that to 40. Good. Let's compare it with okay. I guess this is fine, though it might change based on our selection. Let's check. Okay, so I guess better still, the next thing we need to the one thing we need to observe is that our percentage here does not have decimal place, but ours is having 2 decimal place. So let's control that first. Let's control the decimal place by coming to the analysis region, then change the decimal place to 0. We don't want any decimal place, so let's remove 1, 2. So now I guess we have the same value. Then let's change it back to 44. Let's even make it of something related to 48 to make it more pronounced. Okay, then the other part we need to do is just again, let's duplicate this in 2 places. Good. One will be for the order reference, then one will be for the order type. So we have all that. Because we have something related to orders also right here. You can see orders is 53. So let's reduce the font size to 18. 18 is too small. Let's make use of 36. Kind of much. 26. Still a little bit much. 20. Good. Then let's bold that. Then what we need to do here is reference. Now we need to reference our order percentage for the order years. Our order percentage for the order years, which is 68. So let's make that also a little bit big. Let's make it 38. This is 11. Let's make it 26. too pronounced. 18, 18. I guess this is fine. So let's just leave it the way it is. Bring it down a little bit. So now I am making this adjustment based on my own personal interest. So let's just make it also to suit and ensure it look nice. Good. So once we've done that again, we need to move to the next one, which is the second part, talking about channel. So before we work on the second one again, let's bring in, you can see there is a symbol in between the donut or inside the donut chart. How can we do this? Take note, for you to have access to this, you have to be using the recent version of Microsoft Office. So come to the insert tab, then you should see something related to icon. Click on the icon button. Wait a little bit while it loads. Then you can see the options. You see options for graph, options for businesses, technology and electronics, and so many and many more. And if you keep scrolling down, you will have access to whatever you feel is right. You can also have access to charts. You can change from icon to image, cut out people, sticky, illustration and cartoon people. But presently, let's stick to what we want to use. I am interested in what we have here. That's what we have there. Then after clicking that, just click on insert. So once you insert, try to locate it on your system, on your PC. Then once you can locate it, just drag it in between. Then you can always change the color if you see it is more pronounced. So again, you can just right click, then click on format plot. That is talking about plot. This should be chart. Again, I'm coming again. Right click, then click on format plot. It's still talking about that. I'm coming. That means I need to send that to the front. So let me right click and send bring to front. So once you click bring to front, now you can click on format graphics. But I don't need to click on format graphics since I have the format graphic at my side, at my Microsoft Excel side. So next thing you need to do is just click on the color, then make it a little bit, the color should be a little bit gray so it won't look pronounced, too much pronounced. So I guess this is fine. Let's check once again. Let's increase, so let's increase the grayscale. Good, that is good. So again, click on that, try to adjust and make it fit in the donut chart. So I guess we've done that. Again, let's move to the next one. So the next one is this. We need to also adjust this. So let me reduce this. Click this, then hold your shift key, come to the shape format, then come to where we have group so it can move together, then group the two selected icon so you can easily just reduce all together. Very good. So now let's move here again. Let's do the same thing. So again, we want to format this, reduce a little bit, ensure it fits into the remaining space. So let me bring this down a little bit. Good. So this can easily come down. Very good. Then let's adjust the donut size, the donut hole size. So again, let's reduce. To be consistent, we need to check the size for this. So let's go on group format, come to the group icon, then click on group. So once you click on group, click the size again. Let's see the size so we can know the size we are dealing with. We are dealing with 52, so let's adjust this back to 52 instead of 29%. Adjust that to 52%. Good. Then again, let's check the size. It has to be the same size since we are dealing with the same donut chart format. Let's check the size. The size is 1.9 by 2.49. I guess everyone can see the chart. 1.99 by 2.99. So we have 1.99 by 2.49. Good. Let's check if that is right. Yes, 2.49. So now we have the same size. Let's just remove this. Again, take note of in-store is the orange part, while online is what is the blue part. Take note of that. It is essential. Good. So let's duplicate what we have here. Go to the top. So let's duplicate, Ctrl D, bring down a little bit. Don't worry about the alignment, we are still going to work on that. So let's call this, what is here? We have revenue by means of order. I would like to call it revenue by. We don't need to reference since it's not stating anything on the chart. So let's just delete the referencing here. Then I would like to call it revenue by sales channel. Revenue by sales channel. Then let's bold the sales channel to make it more pronounced. Then we need to do the formatting. We know in store. Again, if you've forgotten that, all you need to do is just come right here, click on data label or legend, so you can easily just check. Okay, online is the blue part, so let's quickly make use of that. Online is the blue part, so let's duplicate the bold here, duplicate, bring it down, then also come right here, delete, equals. Let's try to locate our online calculator. So reference the first one, which is this, then press OK. Then again, we need to adjust the size. Don't forget, we need to adjust. First click out, then click back again. Then we need to adjust the size to 48. We are having Arial black. Take note again, we need to remove the decimal place. So you can easily just press Ctrl 1 or just come right here and remove by using the navigation right here. But right now I'm using Ctrl 1, then press OK. Now we should have it in absolute value. Then again, we need to change the size. Change the size. Okay, the size is perfect. We need to change the color. Click on this color. Good. Then let's bring this down. Do we have it in the same format? No. So here we have online revenue separated, in-store revenue separated, but one is in silent picture, while the second one is what? The second one is can easily be read from distance. So again, let's change the reference into order. Then we change the color. Good. Then again, let's click out, click back in, then change the color to a gray color, a lighter shade of gray color. Then change the font size again to 48. Don't forget we are using Arial black to make it stand out. So let's quickly format this. So we have this, click on that color, then we have that to be a dark color related to the font color. Then we need to change this, the second one, to a fade gray color, a fade or a faded gray color. Good. Then what we need to do here is we need to duplicate whatever we have here. We can just duplicate. So once you duplicate it, then here we are just typing, we are not referencing anything. So delete whatever the reference is. So delete it. So once you've deleted it, click back. It should be in normal text. Then write, this is carrying in store. Okay, let's bring it back to normal calibri. Then change the font size to 16. What do we have there? We have in store. So we have in-store revenue. Let's make the gray color a little bit more pronounced. A little bit more pronounced. Good. I guess this is still fair. Then let's duplicate this also. Ctrl D. Then drag it up a little bit. Then this is online revenue. You can just leave it the way it is. Click. Then change the color to the company's branded color. Then this is fine. Then all you need to do is just click this also, click this, then click the last one. So once you've done that, just come under shape format, then click on alignment, then align center. If you are interested in center, good. If you are interested in aligning it to the left, you can do that. Then kindly just group together, because we won't be touching that again. So group together. So once you group, you can easily adjust it all together, good, to fit into that size. So once it's fixed in, we are good to go. So let's check the symbol we have inside. Once again, we have a logo related to what? A store logo. So let's also come down to our icon under insert. Then let's see if we can see that icon. We need to search if we can see that icon. Good. And if we can't see that, we try to use something similar. So let's scroll down and check if we can see the icons. So you can just keep on checking till you find it. Yes, we can see it. This is the icon. So click on it, then click insert, then also change, reduce the size a little bit to fit into that small hole. Then change the color to this gray color. Also make it a little bit more pronounced. Good. So once you've done that, by now we are done with the aspect we are looking right here. So now the major thing we need to do here is just the map. After the map, we need to ensure that whenever we have a location that is greater than that has greater online revenue than store, we might want to show that. Or maybe whenever we have selected year to has a greater revenue than all the future, all the previous year combined together, you might want a text to what signify that. We are going to do that dynamically. Don't worry, just follow through the last process till we get it all done together. So see you also in the next class. Thank you.